Hi everyone, it's Mr. Right here and it's great to have you back for this video. I really wanted to say that myself and Ms. Nicole have been thinking about you a lot and we're sending our thoughts and love to you and your families. And I really wanted to say thank you for taking part in these videos so far and being the hero that you are by trying to follow the rules the best you can, staying at home to help keep people happy and as safe as can be. This week is Mental Health Awareness Week and I think it's really important to reflect and think how being isolated in the way we are can really impact on our thoughts and our feelings. And I'm sure, like me and many people out there, you've probably experienced lots of happy and unhappy feelings. And of course, that would be completely normal for children and adults to do so. Now, the theme of Mental Health Awareness Week is kindness, and I really believe there's been so much kindness out there. Of course, we've seen so many news reports on Colonel Tom Moore, unbelievable. You have key workers who are being so selfless, and we have lots of people helping out in the community, like delivering food and shopping. And of course, being kind in that way can be challenging when you're not always feeling great, but it is really important to try and do so. I have some reminders of things that I'm sure you've been doing lots and lots, and you should continue to do so in order to keep that positivity and kindness at home. We're not all able to go in the community to help out or to do weird and wonderful challenges for charity, but we can all certainly spread kindness and positivity at home, which is so important right now. And of course, being kind to others will be ultimately kind to yourself, and it'll help your own thoughts and feelings be positive. Now, here is a reminder about talking to others, and we need to do this and we love doing this. It's not just about spending all that time on your favourite game or your favourite TV shows, it's talking to people in your family. And of course, sometimes that might be using the mobile and video calls because they're not living with us. And sometimes you don't want to speak to that family member, but just a few seconds on the phone with them can make a huge difference to how they feel. And here is a little jobs list. We all have our little jobs to do to help out, and of course that is a big plus in being kind and helpful. And one of the jobs can be keeping that bedroom tidy. Now, if you really love learning like me, there's that TT app and the Reading Plus app that's still there for you. And of course, these videos, but the BBC Bite Size website is unbelievable. It has so many videos that you can watch. Here about saying thank you. So thanks to the people who do things for us every day and help us in big and small ways. Really important to let them know we're thankful. And that also means saying sorry if things have gone wrong so that we can put things right and move on. And keep telling those jokes and those riddles that you love setting me. And of course, this last one here, we're spending a lot more time in our homes. Some of us have a lot more time on our hands too. And it's a reminder that it is okay to spend some of that time doing stuff you love. And that might be singing, dancing, it might be reading. Go for it. So it's time for part 5 of Arthur and the Golden Robe. And last time we wrote some questions that Arthur could have asked Thor if he had have had the chance. And I really would love to find out what on earth is the sound of a cat's footfall and what are roots of a mountain. Arthur has his 2 glass bottles and Thor has sent him on his way to find the sound of a cat's footfall and the roots of a mountain. If Arthur was to catch the sound of a cat's footfall, he would have to find a very big cat. He remembered Atrix's tale of a serpent who could turn into a colossal cat so large that Thor himself could not lift it. As you can imagine, it was not too hard to find. Now that is an enormous cat. Arthur only knew one way to make such a big cat jump. So it looks here like Arthur slyly, slowly sneaking silently past the sleeping cat. Look what he's about to do. It looks like he's going to give that cat a great whack on its tail. I love those lines. That makes me think that was quite a hard, noisy and sore hit. Look what's happened to this cat. This cat is startled. He's jumped with fright into the air, claws ready. And Arthur's there with the jaw open. Now I think I understand this. So as the cat's paws hit the ground, that's the sound of the cat's footfall. All makes sense now. A gigantic boom echoed around the valley as the beast's huge paws hit the floor. It's caused like a wind, hasn't it? I love the dry dust that's been drawn and the zigzags to emphasize the sound, the boom. Arthur held on tight to Thor's jaw and captured as much of the sound as possible before making a quick getaway. Oh, look, the cat spotted him. He's ready to scratch. It looks like Arthur is too busy watching what the cat's doing to notice the cliff edge. Look, he's jumped out of the way of the claw. No, he's falling. He's lost the jaw down past the clouds. Splash. Thankfully, he's made it out alive and he's still got the jaw. Right, this place looks quite special. Look, we have the runes etched into the stonework. This must be somewhere special. For his second challenge, Arthur was truly stumped. So he doesn't know anything about the roots of the mountain. He had heard of a huge library within the God's Hall. Perhaps he could find something useful there. Right, he's come to find out about the roots of a mountain. See if he can find out where they are. Arthur's in this image lots of times again, isn't he? So he must have spent a long time searching for the answers. Let's have a look. Look here, he's all wet. That must have been when he first came out of the sea. Dripped water everywhere. Look at this book here. It's almost like a monster with its teeth gnashing. He's climbing the shelves, reaching high up here. If you look here, it looks like a snake wrapped around the post. I wonder if it's real or if it's carved in. Got a little skull there. And Arthur's reading this pile of books here. Whoa, look at that. This looks like some sort of ghostly spirit arising from this book. Look, he looks like he's got a bit bored here. He's balancing the books and it's almost a tightrope walk across the banister. That's one of Odin's ravens. He must be keeping watch of what Arthur's getting up to. And here it looks like he almost fell. Again, he's on the ladder steps, reaching for the highest books, sitting on the banister there reading. And later on, there's a pile of, there's one of Odin's ravens, the second one. And Arthur looks like he's having a rest. He's using his bag as a pillow there, isn't he? And he looks sort of startled or surprised. We've got those little lines there. Let's see what has happened. He searched for an entire day and night, but found nothing. It was only when reading the last book from the very last shelf that an ancient piece of parchment fell out. I wonder what was on the parchment. Now, parchment is like old paper, isn't it? And tend to have like maps and things written on it. I wonder if it's a map to the roots of the mountain. We're going to have to find out next time. I'll see you again soon.